Welcome. I'm Gael, and this is GaelReads. Today, I'm going to do a review about a web novel I just finished reading. The name is Accidental Multiverse Plainswalker. It is like a prominent novel in Scribble Hub, and I didn't quite like it, to be honest. Let's get into matter. This novel is from a kind of niche genre that is plain walking in MCs, main characters, which means that the protagonist can travel through different dimensions or worlds and gain the different powers of those worlds incrementally. Those worlds usually are like a very good excuse to use copyrighted books or films and change them any way the author wants. In the start, our MC, John Hansen, is a normal kid in the Texas village that has like a lot of land with his family. All his life revolves around making potatoes grow. But when he is like 50 or 60 years old, a fucking meteorite impacts his house and kills him with his daughter that was around. In that moment, he learns that he is special in some way, because when he dies, he appears in another world with the injuries he had from his previous death. That's the first chapter, the original world between. But let's talk first about a couple of singularities this novel has. The thing is, the author was writing this novel on the go. He didn't really know what was next, what world he wanted to do, what adventure would his our protagonist follow in the next world. So he made a very singular system. Every chapter is a different world, and the chapters can be really, really long. Right now, after more than 2 years of releases, the novel has around 30 chapters in total, which is not common in the web novel world. So from those 30 chapters, there are some that are shorter, maybe on the 10,000, 15,000 words side of things. And there is another chapters that go even into the 60,000 words per chapter. In the end, right now, the whole novel has more than 1 million words in total, which was kind of a shock to realize when I ended up reading it whole. But yeah, I have a couple problems with this novel. First of all, I have read a lot of similar setting novels in the past, Plainswalker or Reincarnation also. Reincarnation in another original stories like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Harry Potter, etc. But this time, I didn't quite like how all the plane-walking powers were done. Because our MC only travels when he dies. But he's very, very, very careful because he doesn't know how his power works. So he tries to live the life at max in every world. Every time he reincarnates or travels, he tries to make a whole new life, and almost seems like he doesn't want to remember the past worlds. It's a strange sensation reading it. It almost seems like the author just wanted to change that world's story. For example, in Dragon Ball Z, the MC ends up killing Freezer and all the antagonists early, and so the world just is peaceful very quickly because he is so much more powerful than all the other characters at that time. It's kind of what if, but adapted to many, many worlds. And now let's get to the bad part. All of this sounds amazing. There is a lot of potential here, but the execution leaves a lot of room for improvement. For starters, the author really knows how to place drama in the different settings, but his drama is really shallow, or not shallow, but really quick on the development and consequences. It doesn't really build up over time, slowly, giving hints on the characters' relations changing and all those little hints that authors normally use to subconsciously make you believe there is a turning point ahead. He just decides that now there is going to be drama here, and I need an excuse to do drama here. It feels very unexpected and even forced on occasions. Very forced, yeah. That's one of the main problems I had all through the 1 million words I already read. But no, it is not the main error I haven't noticed either. There is a bigger one, and one that for me really puts this novel below many, many of the others I've read along my time. And this is that the main plot seems to not be important at all. The MC kind of puts the plot of the world he's living in before his priorities. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but it feels like every time a new world is introduced or traveled to, our MC forgets whatever he was going on in the previous world, or forgets his sorrow, his objectives, his self-improvement. It's strange. It's like he just converts into a kind of karma fixing figure. That said, there is also a couple of minor errors I didn't really love either. In one hand, the importance of the different chapters or worlds is very unequal. There are some worlds that improve the main story a lot, and others that seems like they are only there because the author kind of wanted to write about those characters. But those are mostly inconsequential. Maybe there is one chapter of 50,000 words that gives the main character a change in perspective or evolves his point of view. And there is another chapter that is just him entering high school for the 11th time and fixing all of the problems that the original book or TV series have. It feels very void of goal. The story feels like it's cut down in certain points and then carried over to when the author feels like it's time to keep writing main stuff. So yeah, in summary, these million words are quite uninteresting. I wouldn't recommend this novel a lot. I mean, if you are really a great fan of Plainswalking and multiverse books or fanfics, if you really like fanfics, this could be good for you. But I couldn't really recommend this over other books I've read with a similar theme. I'd give it not even a 5, because if the story wasn't so long, because a million words is a fucking lot, if the story wasn't so long, then it could be a 5, even a 5.5 in the genre that this takes place. But I don't really think so. It's so long that I'm giving it a 4 or even a 3.5 out of 10. It's not great. Oh, and another thing I didn't like quite much, that really takes a lot of situations, serious situations and threats to the story, and takes all the relevance of them away, is that the MC is at the same time really monogamous, because he only wants to have one wife in every world and such. But at the same time, the novel goes out of its way to have him flirting with every possible female character there is. If there is a scene with the MC and a female character, they will be flirting. There is no other way. The MC has to flirt with everyone, and then he feels troubled when the option of having more than one girl in his life is open. It's like he flirts with everyone, but restrains himself from living the sexual life he seems to want. It's kind of a contradiction that follows him all through the novel. In every world, he has at least one love interest that ends up with him. There are some chapters that there is more than one love interest. There is chapter that he doesn't really find love. It's strange. It's like the author is trying to give him different experiences lived. That in some worlds he finds love, in some worlds he lets go, lets his priorities go and have multiple partners. And in other worlds, he is kind of like a fucking monk for some reason. So yeah, that didn't help at all, to be honest. It felt more like the author projecting his desires when watching different media than the MC doing logical decisions. In definitive, this is a bad novel, to be honest, even for the web novel standpoint. And I'll give it a 4 being generous. It is like not very good fast food. It's fast food, it fills your gut, but it's not really enjoyable. And that was the review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more, comment, sub if you want, and I'll be uploading a lot more reviews from now on. Maybe I have to upload reviews from previous novels I've read. I'll see what I do. But yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.